Show you how to make a delicious chili cheese dog tater casserole. Let's get it. So we're gonna add our ground beef. We're gonna break down the ground beef and we're gonna cook it until it's no longer pink. And this is an 80-20. I like the 80-20 simply because the 20% fat, in my opinion, it allows the beef to remain moist. Nevertheless, I also add a small amount of water from time to time to the ground beef to make it even more juicy and tender. All of the oil that's in the pan, I'm gonna go in with a paper towel, and we are gonna dab some of that oil out. I'm gonna remove as much as possible. However, I am gonna leave some, simply because we're gonna be frying our hot dogs as well. Now for this recipe, if you wanna, let's say, maybe not fry your hot dogs because you're gonna be placing it into the oven later, you definitely could do that as well. But me, however, I prefer my hot dogs to have a little bit of color. So I'm gonna allow it to sear and get that nice little coating going on. And this part right here, of course, should take about 3 to 4 minutes. At this point in time, I'm gonna incorporate the ground beef with the hot dogs. Stir it on up. I'm gonna lower the flame slightly, push it to the side, of course. And let's introduce some onions. Allow the onions to become translucent and fragrant and also pick up some of the color that's sitting at the bottom of the pan. Ooh, this smells so good, my goodness. If you're using a leaner cut of meat and let's say maybe your pan is a little dry, feel free to add some oil and saute those onions until they smell so good. Oh my goodness. You'll want to indulge before your food is even finished. Let's incorporate some chopped garlic. Get that garlic in the pan. Once it becomes fragrant, we're going to combine everything together once again. Going to add just a small amount of water to release everything that's at the bottom of the pan. I am going to add about 15 ounces of tomato sauce to the mix, of course. Okay. Combine it really well. Okay, that took away the sizzling. All right, we're gonna allow it to come to a slow simmer, but first, it's time to add our beans. Now, even though my recipe calls for red kidney beans, it doesn't matter, okay? I like to create those recipes where you use whatever you have. If you have, like, let's say maybe some chickpeas in the pantry or in the cabinet, no worries, use your chickpeas. If you have maybe white beans or whatever, incorporate those as well. We went ahead and added the black beans, and they're gonna work out just fine. Now to get that nice chili flavor, okay, let's add some cumin. This is ground cumin. Cumin is very pungent, so you don't want to add too much. Let's also add some chili flakes. If you have kids, you might want to scale back when it comes to adding the chili flakes. However, my kids are pretty big, so, and not to mention, they're like in this phase where they want hot and spicy foods. So yeah, I'm good when it comes to that part. But if you have your little ones, you know, you don't want to shock their palate and turn them off with all of the spice. All right, allow it to simmer just a bit. Just add a little salt, brown black pepper, a little Cooking with Tammy all-purpose chicken seasoning. Now, even though it says chicken, it has no chicken products. It's great when it comes to just about everything. As you can see, I'm adding it to our chili, right? Wow, that smells good. The aroma, ooh, smells real good. I know it's gonna make this taste even more delicious. So I went ahead and turned the stovetop off. Now here's the thing. I could transfer this into a 9x13 dish, greased that is. However, I'm gonna leave it in the cast iron skillet simply because cast iron makes everything taste better. 1. 2, I don't wanna dirty up a ton of dishes, all right? So that makes no sense. Next step is we're gonna add our cheeses. When it comes to the cheeses, add your preferred cheese. For this, I like to add cheddar cheese and mozzarella in combination. However, we are gonna add what we have on hand. We're gonna hit it with the mozzarella and provolone. Okay, just like that, perfect. And I guarantee you it's gonna taste perfect. It's gonna taste good regardless. We're gonna get our potato tots and we're gonna put it on top. We're gonna place our potato tot casserole into our preheated 400-degree oven for about 30 to 35 minutes until the potato tots crisp up. Okay, we're not gonna add any cheese on top just yet, simply because if you add it in there, the potato tots are not gonna be cooked all the way through. It's gonna be soggy and the cheese might just burn because you're leaving it in the oven at a high temperature for 30 to 35 minutes. So that doesn't make sense. But for now, this is gonna go in uncovered. Went ahead and pulled it out of the oven. As you can see, nice crispy potato tots, golden brown and beautiful. We're gonna continue to add some more cheese. Make it nice and cheesy and oh so delicious. And we're gonna place it back into the oven for about 5 minutes or until the cheese is perfectly melted on top. 30 minutes later and I'm ready to eat. Now here's how we're gonna jazz this up a bit, all right? If you have a can of maybe, let's say, some rotel, or if you wanna make some pico de gallo, you can add that. Or you can simply add some green onions, sour cream, maybe some sliced or diced jalapeños. That would definitely brighten not only the flavors, but the presentation as well. For now, it's time to eat. Let's get it. Okay, got some cheese pull going on. This is gorgeous. Wow, a whole lot of cheese pull going on. I was honestly gonna allow it to cool for at least 10 to 15 minutes, but I am starving. I don't have the patience anymore. I am so hungry and it's about time. Oh, this is good. This is good. And not to mention, oh my goodness, quick and easy and definitely budget friendly. As always, I'm your girl Cooking with Tammy. Don't forget to get your seasonings at cookingwithtammy.shop, and I will catch you in another video. When I tell you guys I'm starving, I'm not even lying. I'm hungry, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye guys.